COVID-19, of course, was super impactful on the travel industry as a whole, the airlines especially. And while we experienced a decrease in volume significantly on the operation side, that was kind of twofold in the other direction on the finance side. The workload on the finance team easily doubled overnight, and being in that kind of close, consolidate, report treadmill, we had a pretty tight close process. We're one of the quickest filers of the large public filers, but we really got overwhelmed quite quickly with the changing pace of what the business was asking for us and the analysis we had to do. And that workload of just pulling and cleansing data and doing the manipulation that's not really value add, that ended up taking, instead of 60% of our time, it only increased with the additional asks that we had to, doing the impairment analysis. Our forecast basically, went out the door, and we had to rethink how are we gonna forecast when our demand side is changing weekly, or even more frequently. So we quickly did tackle some of those first step items to automate manual and redundant processes. And we did stand up a team internally, kind of separate from the day-to-day duties, to focus on finance transformation. We also empowered folks on our teams who had the background and the aptitude to work with some end user data tools like like an Alteryx or Power Query, to let those process owners make some changes and have some quick wins within their own processes to free up time. Also interesting, the poll question, I know complementing legacy landscape with cloud systems wasn't a super popular option. We've actually had a fair bit of success in doing that. We're an SAP shop as well. We've had our ERP implementation for many years, and it's grown over time, and we've got tons of interfaces. And when we're looking at how can we automate these manual processes, before jumping into RPA, we found some really great opportunities to use middleware that allows you to interface with these legacy systems in a way that is can handle errors better and can integrate better with other tools in a way that RPA can't. RPA, is a great solution when used in the right situation, but we found, we've still got a number of years until we're going to do a complete upgrade of our ERP system. We can, drive a lot of value in eliminating these manual tasks by using strategic tools that kind of act as middleware between our other interfaces and business processes, and then our legacy systems. So we've had good success with that in freeing up some of our time to be better business partners. Certainly shifting away from this mindset of being the back office into the middle office. We don't want to just be the team who crunches the numbers and tells you what happened in the past. We're really going towards being better business partners with our front end business leaders, so that we're involved in the contract negotiation phase, and we're really plugged in from day one to make sure that they understand the financial implications, and we can kind of help drive those strategic decisions that take into account our objectives as an organization as a whole, so that that's kind of involved in the decision making up front and less of a after the fact kind of thing.